Straight to the topic of today. You are wondering why you're not getting invites for interviews. You've been applying for so many jobs, and you know that this is what you want to do, this is the job you want to do. You have the capability, you have the experience, you have the certifications that this job needs, but for some reason, you're not getting shortlisted for an interview. Well, this is my hack, and I'm going to share it with you. Hey guys, welcome back here. I am Winnie Joe, and I speak on so many issues. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If it's your first time, please subscribe and don't forget to like, share this video. I have been shortlisted for lots of interviews just because I do one thing only, and that's what I'm going to share with you. Before I go on, please subscribe. A lot of people have not been able to learn how to leverage the use of AI when applying for jobs. Gone are the days where you just just open your computer and you see a job application, you do a vacancy, and you just start typing from your brain. There are a lot of keywords that the interview committee wants to see in your statements. These days, you just open the vacancy and you start the application form, and they want you to write everything in the box. So it's not the time where they will ask you to submit your CV or upload your CV. No one wants to see your CV. Everyone wants to hear about you, what you can do, and all of that. So the first thing you need to do when you're applying for jobs is to make efficient use of AI. Yes. So as I said, good are the days where you just write things off art. AI will be able to construct your words and put in the keywords, the right words that the interview committee wants to see in your application. For instance, you're applying for a job in the civil service, and you put in one of the questions they ask, prove that you can work in challenging situations. So what you do in your AI, whatever AI, a lot of people like to use ChatGPT, but I don't like it because it's easily detectable. Instead, I go for more sophisticated AIs. Yes, that I know that whatever answer is given to me, it's sort of curated, it's sort of tailored for me alone. But then you can use ChatGPT. It's all about your prompts. Are you using the right prompts for getting the answers? Now you said a situation. The question says write an example of when you've been found in a challenging situation. So you put this in the AI, whatever AI you're using, put it there, and then you also list your experiences. For instance, I would say I have been a teacher for 10 years, I have been a nurse for 2 years, and I've been a doctor for 17 years. And I have just put that, and you just put in, okay, I have an experience in working with in difficult situation when it comes to IT, or when it comes to use of equipment, or as the case may be. You have to tell ChatGPT. If not, you just find out that the answers that the AI app has given you is just generic. So you have to be specific when putting your prompts. You're putting in give an example of when you've been in a challenging situation. I have been a doctor, I've been a nurse, put a specific number of years. Then the app, the AI, will be able to give you the right answers for that situation. But if you just put in just any other words that you like, just put it like that, they're just going to give you a generic answer. And by the time the organization goes through the checker, and they say, okay, 99% of the words you've put in there is plagiarism, by the time they use the plagiarism checker. So that's why you should be specific when using the AI. AI knows how to put in the right prompts, the right keywords. Okay, sometimes it's also good to also put in the job you're applying for. So for example, you're applying for a nurse, so for the position of a nurse in the NHS. So you said, for the position of a nurse in the NHS, I have been asked in an interview question, what you put in an apostrophe, what has been what do you do when you find yourself in a challenging situation? And then what's next thing you put, as I said earlier, is to put your experiences and say, I have this, I have that, I have that. And then the AI will be able to give you the right prompts that you need, the exact right prompts that you need. Another thing you're not doing when you're applying for your job is the fact that you're not making use of the STAR method. The STAR method is STAR, where S stands for the situation, T stands for the task, A stands for the action, and R stands for the result. So when you're answering your questions on those kind of websites where mostly when it comes to governmental jobs and all of that, NHS, the civil service and whatnot, when you're applying for such jobs, they don't need your CV. You have to put your answer in the application. So what you do is to put your answer in a STAR method, because they're now asking you, give an example of when you found yourself in a challenging situation. You expected to state what the situation was. Oh, I had a customer or a client that was mentally disabled, or that was neurodivergent, and the task was to ensure that the instructions given on the medication was followed as indicated, and then the action was that I had a one-on-one discussion with the customer, with the client. I listed out all the do's and the don'ts and simplified it and all of that. And then the result was that the customer or the client was now able to carry out this task or this duty individually, unaided, after a period of time. They were more satisfied. You had top-notch customer service given to them, and they were satisfied, and they were able to take the medication or do the task that they were intended to do. So the moment you do this, you also list out your own skills that you've been able to learn from that situation. For instance, I have learned that I've got, from this situation, I discovered and I worked on my communication skills. I showed empathy skills. I showed good organizational skills and all of that. So at the ending, you like hype yourself a bit. And when I say hype yourself a bit, it means that you're listing out the skills that you have in relation to that question, in relation to that job. So these are the two major things that you're not doing right, and that is the reason why you're not getting shortlisted for an interview. I hope this helps. If you have any question, please put your question in the comment section and I'll be able to help you. I do have TikTok sections, TikTok live, and we could go on live and discuss it in length if you want. Thank you for watching this video today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.
Yeah.